he'll be able to answer the questions that they might ask him. You good?
Oh, Jason. Ty, PJ Ziegler, Fox 8, you guys have been historically good in closeout games. What's been the secret for you guys or the key for that to happen?
I think just focusing on the task at hand. I think, focusing on this one game, give everything you got, to try to win. And I think we've done a good job of that in the past, but this is a tough team we're playing. We know that, second best record in the NBA, 2 All-Stars, great coaching, Casey. So, they're going to do everything they can to try to, prolong this series. So we just got to focus for tonight and make sure we're razor sharp.
Jason Lloyd, the Athletic. We talked to you off and on about Rodney and Jordan at the bottom of the bench and that, and you keep saying Rodney's got to be aggressive, he's got to be assertive. At what point, though, do you have to look at that and say you're not getting a lot out of that spot and make a change?
When it's time. I mean, I talked to Rodney. We had a good talk yesterday, and he understands what we expect from him. And it's been tough circumstances. As far as just the first round, and now I'm playing now, and getting spot minutes. More than anything. So I think Jordan's doing a good job of just playing hard, competing. I think last game he had 2 steals, 3 deflections. So that's all you can ask of him right now.
I forget which. I think it's Jordan. Jordan the other night said that the other day. Said that his minutes are shorter now. Is that just the nature of the beast of the playoffs, or is that because you're not getting out of that spot what you need, so you're getting somebody else back in there? It just seems like their time on the court is coming in shorter spurts.
Yeah, I mean, that's what the playoffs are about, and if something we can go to that's, we think is better, we try to do that. But, Jordan's been fine. Rodney, he could be better. He knows that. Just need him to be aggressive. But, during the course of the playoffs, rotations are shorter and minutes are shorter.
And when you say when it's time, you're not there yet in terms of – okay.
Ashley Bastock, Metro Networks. Ty, when you guys have maybe a win that's a bit more emotional, like Game 3 that's on a buzzer beater, how do you as a coaching staff try to, avoid a win hangover, I guess?
What's the playoffs? We can't afford to have a win hangover. It's tough to win every game, and every game is hard fought. So, that game is behind us. It was a big win for us, but now we just got to focus on tonight in Game 4.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. Back to Jordan just for a minute. When the playoffs began, you wanted to play Jose a little to get Jordan off the ball. And I'm not suggesting that he should play, but can you just take us through what has happened that you've gone away from that and Jordan has the ball when he's with the
Because he's been on the floor with Bron, so, Bron's pretty much a point guard as well. So we've been using him with LeBron.
Steve Simmons, Toronto Sun. Stan Van Gundy's let go today in Detroit. There's
really?
There's some talk that this could be Dwayne's last game with the Raptors. Can you talk about your profession and the difficulty of the uncertainty of it?
First of all, with Stan, I had an opportunity to play with Stan. Play under Stan my last year in the league, and I always thought he was a great coach. He does offense, he does defense. He can call out every play that other opposing team is running. He took Orlando Magic to the NBA Finals that year. We lost to the Lakers. But, he's an outstanding coach, and, it's just it's just crazy to see that, you let a great guy like Stan go. I know he's emotional because he's into the game. He loves the game that much. But, as far as X's and O's and understanding, different teams, different schemes, his players, he's one of the best as far as knowing the basketball game and what it takes. As far as Dwayne Casey goes, that's absurd. That's crazy. To change a team who they said played ISO basketball to, being top 3, I guess, in offense and defense this year, second best record in the NBA. It's just, I don't believe that one bit. It would be absurd to make a move like that.
Steve Ashburner, NBA.com. I'm wondering, when it comes to substitutions, I'm wondering where you fall and where you think most coaches fall on the decision between riding a hot hand, a hot group of 5 guys, versus substituting back in a star at a certain point on the clock or because he's a star.
It's a tough situation. I was in that predicament last year, I think, against Indiana. We were down 26 going into the fourth quarter. And Channing Frye, Kyle Korver, and our bench guys really had it going. And, I didn't bring Kyrie and Kevin back, in that game at all. We won the game. You know, if we lost, I probably got killed. But, I mean, it's just a thin line. I mean, you know, everybody wants to make a story out of something. But the fact of it is they were playing well. They were playing good, just like, you know, we were in Indiana. And it's hard to say, okay, well, we got to this point. Now 2 minutes left in the game, Kyrie and Kevin bring us home. Well, they've been sitting for, you know, 11 minutes of the fourth quarter. So, I mean, it's a fine line. It's a tough decision, you know, and it's just tough. You know, do you want to mess up the rhythm of the team that's playing well, and then you want to bring your star back who hasn't played in, you know, 10, 11 minutes, you know, the fourth quarter and say, bring us home. So it's just, you know, it's a tough decision, you know, and you just got to go with your heart and what you believe in and forget the outside noise.
Some of us might say, well, you know, it's going to cause a rift with your star if you don't attend to his game. And other people will say, well, you might upset a bunch of guys if you're disrupting a comeback.
You just got to go with your heart and do what you feel. I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. So, you know, do what you feel and do it your way. And then if it don't work out, then let them make a decision.
Steve Gordon, the Columbus Dispatch. Just curious your thoughts on Jeff Green's play, and what do you feel like's made him a greater factor this series than last?
I think Jeff, you know, I think he's doing a good job. I think, you know, JR and him are rotating guarding DeRozan, just giving DeRozan a different look, being athletic, you know, taller, with size. But he's also made some big shots, making his three-point shot. I think he has an advantage against when they try to put fours on him or fives. He can catch and go and get to the basket, you know. So I just think his all-around game has been good. I think he's, you know, coming off the bench and really seeing what's going on. He's active on the bench, talking to guys, keeping guys engaged. So seeing a different part of Jeff than you usually see because he's really quiet and really doesn't talk a lot, but he's really engaged.
Thanks.
Marla Ridenour, Akron Beacon Journal. With all your respect for Stan, you know, he was trying to wear two hats. Is that hard to do in this even more than ever before? I
mean, I've only been coaching for 2 years, so I can't. I mean, I don't know as far as doing both. I know it's a hard job. I mean, because my job is hard by itself. So if I had to, you know, do all the other stuff, it'd probably be a tough situation. But, you know, I mean, I've always thought Stan was a great coach. Like I said, I played for him, and I didn't know that till you guys said it today. I mean, I took my nap, of course, today, so I might have missed a lot of it. But I'll reach out to Stan and you know, and have a talk with him, though. So he's one of the guys who supported me when I had, you know, set out with my health issues, and he reached out to me and, you know, told me the most important thing is my health and myself and to get right, you know. So I'll reach out to Stan when I get a chance.
I don't suppose you heard about the Saturday Night Live skit making fun of the other Cavaliers?
No.
Okay, just checking.
Ty, Chris Fedor, Cleveland.com. There was a lot of conversation in the previous series about Kevin's offense, and obviously he's gotten it going there. But what have you seen from him on the defensive end in terms of progress from one series to this one?
Like a lot of players, when you're scoring a basketball, you're better defensively. And, you know, he's making shots. He's playing with a real good pace. You know, he's playing with a real good pace offensively. You know, defensively, he got a few block shots, you know, at the basket, some deflections. And, you know, he's been good for us. And we got to continue to, you know, keep going to him, keep moving him around, you know, making Valanciunas and Ibaka play in situations they're not comfortable playing in. So Kevin's been doing a really good job just changing his pace and speeds.